안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to a brand new week on the Culture Wave. I'm Kwon Soa in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-history, K-people, K-everything. And we're starting off the week with our co-host Walter Lee in the studio. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and happy Monday. Hello to our viewers at home. Walter Lee here to give you your daily dose of K-enter news. But before we get into that, I kind of want to talk about something quickly, Soa. I mean, something that's very important to Korean people like you and me, Korean descendants. Over the weekend, did you manage to get a look at any of the commemorations for the 80th anniversary of the Korea's Liberation Day?
Right, those commemorations have already kicked off.
Yes.
I was actually driving by Seoul City and I noticed the huge taegukgi, or the national flag of South Korea, installed there. And we do have a Gwangbokjeol, or Liberation Day theme going on this week on the Culture Wave. But Walter, before that, we're going to start off with K-Enter news that developed over the weekend.
Yep.
And the first story is actually about a huge concert that took place from SM Town.
Yes, one of the biggest concerts recently. So SM Entertainment has successfully held its SM Town Live 2025 concerts at the Tokyo Dome, celebrating the company's 30th anniversary with a complete sellout held on Saturday and Sunday. The concerts in Japan were part of SM's 30th anniversary global tour, which kicked off in Seoul. You might have remembered I talked about this in January before making stops in Mexico City, Los Angeles, and also London. Now, across the 2 days, the concerts drew roughly around 95,000 fans. Now, the lineup featured the likes of Super Junior, there was Girls' Generation Hyoyeon, Chinese Key and Minho, some members from EXO, Red Velvet, some members from Red Velvet. Listen, I could go on all day. Aespa, Rise, Heart Star Hearts, the list goes on and on. Together, they delivered more than 4 hours of performances. It must have been great. I was so jealous not to go.
Well, SM Town has grown so big over the past decades. And now let's talk about a girl group that is taking the world by storm. It's Cat's Eye.
Yes. Now, SM grew over the decades. Now, this band also looks like they're growing by the, hopefully, years to come. And that is the HYBE's Korean-American joint girl group Cat's Eye. And they have surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify. Spotify announced on Friday local time that the group's 13 songs released since their debut have collectively racked up over 1 billion streams. Wow, the milestone comes just 1 year and 1 month after their debut on June 28th of last year. Now, according to HYBE, the surge was driven by their success of their second mini album called Beautiful Chaos. Now, from that album, Gabriella became their fastest track to hit 100 million streams, reaching the mark in just 38 days. Now, Gnarly and Touch followed, taking 52 and 82 days respectively to achieve the same milestone. Now, if you want to check out Cat's Eye will appear next, they call it the Summer Sonic 2025 and the Summer Sonic Extra in Japan on August 16th and also August 18th.
Looking forward to that as well. Now, finally, some K-movie news.
Yes.
Now, we did talk about this movie with Professor Soo Jae-young last Friday.
Yes.
My Daughter is a Zombie, or
Yes.
좀비딸 in Korean.
Yep.
And it looks like our predictions came true.
Your prediction specifically, indeed. So yes, my daughter is a Zombie, starring Cho Jung-seok, has set a new record as the fastest film of the year to draw over 3 million moviegoers domestically. Now, according to the Korean Film Council on Sunday, the film attracted approximately 3,026,000 viewers as of that day, surpassing the 3 million mark just 11 days after its release back in July 30th. Now, this year, only 5 films have reached that 3 million milestone here in Korea. That is My Daughter is a Zombie, Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, Yadang The Snitch, Mickey 17, and F1 The Movie. Now, My Daughter is a Zombie has also been invited to a very interesting film festival called the Sitges International Fantastic Film Festival in Catalonia, a well-known festival that specializes in fantasy, horror, and cult films. The festival will run from October 9th to the 19th, so if you're in the area, check it out.
Let's hope that the movie will receive some positive response there as well.
Let's
and
hope.
Thank you very much, Walter, for those updates.
No worries.
And now let's move over to our AI anchor, Adi, for more on the culture front. Adi?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. The Seoul ASEAN Hall has opened in central Seoul, aiming to boost Korea-ASEAN cooperation in culture, tourism, and beyond. The venue will serve as a multi-purpose space for permanent and special exhibitions, as well as various ASEAN-related events. To mark its opening, an inaugural fruit-themed exhibition was held last Friday, attended by some 100 dignitaries, including foreign ministry officials, ambassadors from 10 ASEAN nations, and representatives from the cultural, arts, and business sectors. The number of foreign tourists visiting Busan has increased by more than 20% compared to last year. According to the Busan Tourism Organization, nearly 1.4 million foreign visitors came to the city between January and May this year, up about 24% from a year earlier. The annual tally topped 1 million in April, posting the fastest pace since records began. The southern port city is aiming to attract 3 million international tourists this year by enhancing tour programs and convenience for visitors. The musical, The Great Gatsby, portraying the rise and fall of dreamers through dazzling visuals and lyrical melodies, officially opened last Friday at Seoul's GS Arts Center. Adapted from F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic novel, the original production is led by Shin Chun-soo, CEO of OD Company, who made history as the first Asian to serve as a lead producer on Broadway. Following its successful Broadway and West End run, the show is now making its original production debut in Korea. Shin says he enjoys the creative journey with staff from the US, UK, as well as Korea, and will continue bringing quality productions to audiences worldwide. The musical runs through November 9th. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
The popularity of K-pop these days goes so far that aspiring K-pop idols from all around the world audition to get K-pop training. What does that mean? A K-pop camp is currently taking place here in Korea ahead of the opening of an actual K-pop school. Our culture correspondent Park Gun-woo takes us to the scene.
Letitia in your area? 21-year-old Letitia from Brazil traveled halfway across the globe to Korea with one goal: to succeed in K-pop. Not even a scorching summer heat can stop her from practicing hard every day.
Well, the most exciting part is to be like such a great team and to learn from people like in another different country. So in K-pop, they mix up a lot of styles, and you need to really know the basis to really do well, and that's really hard because you need to be focused. And K-pop 학교 입학하고 싶어요. 진짜로 너무요.
Participants from around the world have gathered here in Jeonju, drawn by their passion for K-pop and chasing one big dream: to become part of the K-pop scene. So let's go see how hard these guys have been working to make that dream come true.
5, 6, 7, 8.
For 2 weeks, about 20 girls from 10 different countries, including India and Kazakhstan, have been training for hours daily, perfecting K-pop songs and choreography as part of a pilot program before the launch of an official K-pop school. For every move and facial expression, practice, practice, and more practice. During the day, Korean vocal practice also echoes around the practice room, with voices blending into one harmonious sound despite the different nationalities. And though Korean isn't their mother tongue, they keep practicing tirelessly to improve. But it's not always easy, as sometimes they struggle after facing challenges.
It's a lot of pressure. I think there's the desire to be constantly perfect. I'm hoping that I can meet the standards of both myself and the people that I want to perform for. So it's been hard, and I'm not used to dancing like 8 hours a day. It's something that I still want to pursue and continue.
When the pressure builds, teachers are there with them. Detailed feedback follows each performance, and the trainees work hard to apply it, boosting their skills and confidence.
Lots of them didn't even know how to sing at first, but their love for K-pop makes them absorb everything so quickly. If they get systematic training, I'm sure they'll be good enough to achieve their dreams.
After beating 28-1 odds to get here, these aspiring K-pop demon hunters are now preparing for their debut showcase next week, the moment they'll fight to secure the Honmun. 박건우, Adidang News, 전주.
켜져 있는 TV 시끄럽지 내 맘처럼 넌 대체 어떠한 이유로 내 맘을 꺾어줬다는 멋대로인지 그게 싫다는 게 아니고 혹시 네가 너무 피곤할까봐 걱정돼서 그렇지 내 맘이 그래 나는 너며 네 너어도 너는 마치 지동 네 없는 썸머 너는 여태 내가 느껴봤던 쓸쓸함의 온전 네 생각에 잠 못 자다가 보면 오전 일어나는 어쩌나 너는 봐도 네가 나 생각나 너는 내게 유일한 어쩌나 난 어쩌나 그들은 어쩌나 너 때문에 난 이제 어쩌나 왜곡해 매일 네가 좋은 걸 어쩌나 너의 손을 잡고 어디든지 go 언제든 you're always by my side 사람들 사이를 뒤집고 왜 멈춰 떠나자 홀레 holiday 홀레 holiday 눈앞에 오션뷰 너만 있으면 말리부 사질 수 어디든 너만 있으면 거기야 말해주기 싫지 어때 그렇게 되지 아직은 no way 너를 보면 장난치고 싶은 내 맘 같은 난 저기 숲이 돼볼게 너는 자그마키만 한 언덕 위래
Here's a note to Adidang TV viewers. We are conducting a survey for our programs, including the Culture Wave, to meet our viewers' expectations. Please visit us at www.adidang.com or on the mobile app Adidang TV to give us your valuable feedback. You also have a chance to win some Bluetooth earbuds and K-pop merch. This year, Korea commemorates the 80th anniversary since its liberation from Japan. Marking this special occasion, young overseas Koreans have visited Korea to experience the history and culture of their motherland, and with that, grow their pride and identity as people of Korean descent. We have invited two young overseas Koreans into the studio today, 박건영 and 최송이, who are not just participants of the special visit program, but who are also descendants of Korean independence activists. Hello, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so let's start with you, Konyoung. Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, hey everyone, my name is Daniel or Konyoung. I hail from the city of Toronto, Canada. I'm currently a incoming second year student at the University of Toronto studying commerce and public policy.
Okay, and now let's move over to Songyi.
Hello, my name is Chesongi or Chelsea. I was born and raised in London and I recently graduated from Imperial College London.
Wonderful. Okay, so both of you just came back from the 2025 OK Friends Homecoming Teens and Youth Camp. I heard you just came back from the closing ceremony.
Yeah.
So Konyoung, tell us a little bit about this program.
Yeah, so it's a 6-day long program where you are split up into teams. You could visit different regions in Korea and you experience K culture at its finest. So you're eating all the foods, you're going to all the places, you're going to see all the museums, learning about the history. And there's also a lot of fun activities, like we got to learn some Jennie, Blackpink dances. We got to make really cool crafts, and just overall, it's just an immersive experience that really gets you to understand what being Korean actually means. Yeah.
Was there anything particularly memorable to you?
Yeah, so I guess I had some good luck, and I got sent to Busan, which is a city obviously very aesthetically pleasing. I'd never been there, so it was a great experience. But Haeundae was a blast. Seeing the beach, seeing the ocean side, that was really cool. We got to actually go on a boat ride at night, so the yagyong, the night scenery was absolutely stunning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Song-yi, I also heard that there was a history session during that camp. So could you tell us a bit about that? And also, do overseas Koreans actually learn about Korean history? Do they have the chance to, or do you usually do your own research? How does it work?
Yeah, so this camp really gave us the opportunity to kind of delve into looking into like Korean history. We went to many museums, like Kon Young said, and it was really nice way to kind of, be connected to our heritage. But I think as overseas Koreans, a lot of the learning of Korean history starts at home, from where we hear stories through our parents or our grandparents, but also we can make a conscious effort to kind of read about it, watch Korean documentaries, and pretty much everything we can get our hands on.
And since I asked Kon Young, let me ask you too, Song-yi, what was the most memorable part of the program for you?
We got to do this runway performance where we all got to wear our hanboks, and then we kind of practice as a group, kind of different performances. I think that was the most memorable part for me.
Okay, nice. And now both of you are descendants of Korean independence activists. So please tell us about your ancestor. Please, Kon Young, let's start with you.
Yeah, so his name is Baek Jung-gi, or Baek Jung-gi Yusa. He played a pretty vital role in helping out the independence movement from China. So he led with a couple of his friends in Shanghai, helping, I guess, raise these ideas about Korean independence and sending them back home, because obviously back then it was dangerous to operate in that way back home. And he was a person who really believed in the movement, and he died trying, right? So yeah, it's definitely someone that I look up to, and it's an honor to have him and call him my ancestor. Yeah.
And you hear these stories from your parents, or?
Yeah, so my grandfather actually, even when I was a young kid, he would tell me these things. Obviously, I didn't know what it was back then, but now, he's taken me to the memorial site. He's given me a book that was written about him. And yeah, like he would tell me stories about how his and Baek Jung-gi and his mother relationship was, for example. And these stories, yeah, they're super cool, and it's something that I'm very proud of.
You must be really proud of him. And let's also move over to Song-yi. Tell us a bit about your ancestor.
Yeah, so my great-great-grandfather, his name is Cho Ik-ja Chun-ja, and he was in Pyongyang at the time when he heard about the independence movement on March the 1st. And when he heard that, he kind of led his local town to do a declaration movement, and he led that, which subsequently led to his arrest, and he was in prison for 2 years, from what I've heard. Yeah.
Okay, and now Song-yi and also Kon Young, for people like you, Korea's Liberation Day must be very meaningful, and also for other overseas Koreans. Now, Song-yi, I heard that your mother is a teacher at London Korean School, and the school also holds events on Liberation Day or the March 1st Movement Day. So tell us more about those events being held there.
Yeah, sure. So London Korean School holds a variety of events every year to do with Liberation Day and the March 1st Movement. So we can get different performances by the students and get some lectures through guest speakers, and we kind of learn about how the sacrifices made has shaped Korea today.
Song-yi, do your friends around you know about you and your ancestor?
I don't think they do. I don't really talk about it, but I think this camp really kind of installed in me kind of my Korean part of me. So I think maybe when I get back, maybe I will tell them.
More about them. Okay. And what about you, Kon-young?
Yeah, it's not like information that I just go around sharing, but it's something that I hold very dearly in my heart, and with my family, it's a source of pride. And yeah, as Songi said, like definitely after this trip, I might be talking about it a bit more, just because I think I feel the weight of the things that he did and how he contributed to the overall movement, right? So yeah.
So how would you want the independence activists and everyone who fought for the independence for Korea to be remembered to the world, especially people abroad?
Right. There's multiple ways to answer this question, but to keep it short, I think that for the past 80 years, Korea has developed into this astonishing, amazing nation. And we're, in terms of our economy, in terms of our culture, in terms of trade, like we're really out there. And we have to really remember that these things are only possible because of the people who fought all the way back then, who risked their lives and put their lives on the line to make that happen, right? So I think they should be remembered very fondly. I think they should be remembered as people who, really contribute to this vision of a Korean nation, to have an independent, sovereign country. And I think, it's super commendable.
And let me toss the same question to Songi. How would you like to have your ancestor and also other independence movement activists be remembered by the world?
Yeah, so I think we should remember what they did for us, and that their sacrifices has kind of helped us build our everyday opportunities. And I think it should give us a constant reminder that that what they did for us is, how we can live today.
And speaking of today, I want to ask both of you guys how the Korean wave, or Hallyu, how Korea is being perceived in the country you're living right now. So what about you, Songi? In the UK, how is it?
K-pop is really, really popular. All my friends talk about it to me. They want to learn Korean. They want to learn more about the culture, and I'm really, really happy to kind of just tell them all about it if they ask. So yeah.
Okay, and what about you, Kon-young, in Canada?
Yeah, very similar. Korea is very, very popular, like everything from the food to the music, to the dramas, and even little things like the little photo booths that people go and take photos. Like these things are all just like they all like contribute to that, I guess, image of Korea that's super positive, friendly people. And also, if you really study the history of it, like they call it the Great Miracle, right? Because how do you go from a war-torn nation just 80 years ago to an economic power right now? So yeah, very positively.
And would you like to participate in such a program again? So we're very satisfied about this camp. Who wants to go first? Kon-young?
Sure, yeah, no, super satisfied. I think it's not just the itinerary and the things that they teach us that makes it actually worth it, but it's also the people, right? Like you're meeting people from all over the world. I met someone from Uzbekistan, someone from Australia, someone from Tunisia. Like there's Koreans that are just all over the world, and meeting them, conversing with them, talking about how we grew up with each other, talking about our aspirations and our dreams. And these things really inspire me, and it's knowledge that I'll probably take back home to really help myself and these people I'll be connected for, I think, for a long time.
Right. Yeah. And Songi, what about you?
Yeah, it was my first time doing this program in Korea. I definitely want to do it again. The people that I met were just amazing, and my group was, I just loved them so much. We kind of got to experience the same things, and I really liked how we could talk about the kind of same problems that we had living abroad. That like, are we Korean? Are we English? Are we, Canadian? Are we American? Yeah, so it was really, really nice to talk to them about that.
And actually, how did you guys start up applying for this program, Kon-young?
Yeah, so I think just my dad found some information online, and he was like, hey, your flight could be covered, you got your accommodation and your food is free. Like, that sounds like a plan to me, I said, and here we are now. So yeah, you could apply online. It happens every year, and I encourage everyone to do so.
Okay, great. So I guess it was a great experience for both of you, and I think it's because of your and our Korean ancestors, like your ancestor Baek Jung-gi and your ancestor Jo Ik-jun, that we can, experience all the Korean wave across the world these days with K-pop and K-drama that we have today. So thank you very much for your stories today, Kon-young. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Songi.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Okay, and thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Korea time and maybe one day here in Korea.